Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You got tape. You got tape. You got tape right there.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Luck. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Murray now on 1st down. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Here we go. Come on. 18 Gator. Come on. Let's go, D.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Luck gives this one off to Mack. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check out. 290. Strip that ball.
3rd and 2, Luck. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Luck. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 12.
Luck on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He got 29 yards that time.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they can.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. McManus now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Four there.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Ready. Tell me the ending. Double dog. That's the way.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through. A lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
Check out. 380. Right there. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check out. 675. Go, go, go. Shift, shift.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Luck. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Good for a Colt 1st down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Back to throw. Luck. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Luck. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Luck now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now Luck defers to Mack. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Luck. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And McManus able to put it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass. Check 26, check 26.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Cameron Hayward on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Not today, you are. Not today. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Running from the gun, Johnson. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Colts' 34-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Completes it to Lee. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 11-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
25, check 25, check 25.
To throw is Lott. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Mike, 56 right there.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Funches has it complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run with Logan. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's go. Too little,
Here's Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
General West.
Lock on 3rd down. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Locke. It's caught by Funchess. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Get that ball. 51 the mic, boys. 51.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Drive 40.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 4 down, check, check.
Now Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Come on, now, let's go.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Murray. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. A huge play there for Arizona. 45 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. To throw is Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
You better be afraid of me.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. after the touchdown. Here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a carry from Mack. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. Stepping up, he'll try and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Luck. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Murray now. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Third and long, Murray from his end zone. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd and 12, Luck going for the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
11.
Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
We got this at their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Murray fighting, lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's gonna wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Well, an all-out battle on 4th and goal. Offense versus defense, and the offense won it.
And I'm just wondering what was going through the minds of the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Were they playing the run too much? Were they not focused that the whole playbook was open in that situation? Give the offensive guys a lot of credit. I just wonder what the defensive guys were thinking.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll start on the ground with Mack. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on, D! 11.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility.